another one of our theory snippets. And I love these because they're short, they're sweet, and it lets us talk about the theories that we don't want to get into too much in the episodes. Because we always go on a tangent. We always go on tangents anyways. But today's theory snippet, Justine, you're coming into this blind, is we're going to talk about Az and first of all, I have a lot of theories about him, but just who his potential mate might be.
Okay.
And I'm only talking about this in the ACOTAR series. I've heard people theorize someone from the Throne of Glass series, but I don't know any of those people.
I hope not.
It would be sad, but we need to. I think we need to read it first.
Okay.
Maybe, but I haven't heard anyone be like
in Throne of Glass.
Definitely.
Like that series, is it still like the mate? Like you have a mate and whatnot?
Couldn't tell you. No idea.
Okay.
I literally have no idea.
I'm curious.
I think so. Same... I think I saw like one thing.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe I saw. Anyways,
sounds
but cheers to Az.
Cheers to Az. Beautiful for Az.
Anybody? Okay. So I have two main resources. The internet. I found A Court of Thorns and Roses wiki. So it's like a little Wikipedia for them.
Yep.
And also Reddit, because let's be real, Reddit is just my source for all things.
Right.
Pretty much. It's like Google, Reddit, YouTube.
It is.
Those are the three things I use more than anything, especially with this stuff. So here's a little background that they give you about Az. The full name, Azriel. No last name.
Do the others have a last name?
Couldn't tell you. Anyways.
Besides like Feyre and them, but I don't think the other ones have a last name.
Couldn't tell you. But Lucian does.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't use...
Yeah, they just don't use it. And then it says, also known as the Shadow Singer and Illyrian Baby by Feyre.
I love that.
So cute. His title is Corinthian. Remember the guy, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Spymaster of the Night Court. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it is unknown. Date of birth unknown. Age, they say. So in Silver Flames, he's around 540 years old. So they say. He's Illyrian. Powers are Shadow Singer, flight with wings, siphons, and then teleporting, so winnowing.
Yep.
And then he talk about everywhere he's lived, blah, blah, blah. Status alive, which, phew, thank goodness. Because when I first saw that, I was like, oh my god, maybe I shouldn't read these before I read Throne of Glass. Like, what if someone dies? I don't know. Yeah. Talk about his family. So this was interesting. So it's unnamed mother, father, unnamed stepmother.
Ooh.
Did they mention that?
No.
I swear they didn't. But then they say 2 unnamed half-brothers. So the ones that... Oh, they didn't mention... I think they mentioned the half-brother. So that's probably why they just put down stepmother. Oh. Because, yeah.
Okay.
So they're the ones who made the scars, right? Okay. Oh, super sad. But they put Cassie and Reese adopted brothers. So cute.
That's really cute.
And then they put... and this is what we're going to get into. Romances, Morrigan, unrequited love interest. All right. So, in this, I wanted to discuss who we might think Az's mate could be, might be. I've seen this theorized in like the craziest theories to the most like normal theories.
Yeah.
And I think we have options for this.
Okay.
And I think there's an option that makes the most sense. I think there's an option that's written really well. And then I think there's an option that is kind of a wild card. And a couple wild cards. And I think that Sarah honestly could take either one. But there is a wrong answer, Sarah. I'm sorry. There are wrong answers. So, the first one.
Yep, go.
I'm just gonna... I hate to say it.
Don't make me mad.
I'm sorry, but...
Don't make me mad. That's like what you want?
No, the first theory, mate, is more.
Oh.
So hear me out. Here is why people have said that it could be more.
Yeah, but she's...
I know. Hear me out. I reread the wiki, and it said that Moore confessed to being bisexual. So remember we said that I thought she just liked girls. But she said she prefers females to males, but she was bisexual. For a minute, I thought they said she just liked girls.
Do you mean that they could be mates and that's why Az can't move on?
Yes. I'm thinking they're mates. Az cannot move on, but it's like an Elaine Lucian thing where she wants to reject him.
I could see that, because why hasn't Az moved on in 500 years?
Why hasn't he moved on? And it could be just because he sees her all the time and they're friends, but it kind of makes sense.
But like also like if he's like, been alive for 500 years, why would he keep liking her if he knew they weren't mates? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So like he has to know that they're mates or something.
Like I said, unless he's just that kind of guy where it's just one of the first times he's really loved someone.
But if you know that they're not mates, if you know that that's not your mate, then why would you keep going? But I guess...
But is he really, going?
Oh, gosh, I hope that...
like, isn't that so sad? Like, it's so sad. But
I would hate more even more.
I would hate her even more. But when I was rereading Silver Flames, it was saying how they were describing how when someone's a mate, like a guy becomes so possessive, you almost excuse his actions.
That's why when you said that, I was like, oh,
I know.
You're probably
like when
right.
he snapped and when he almost and that would freaked more out. And a part of me is, I know we talk about how much we hate more. Okay, sorry for people who don't hate more. I know we liked her. I know we loved her in the beginning. I'm sorry. I just, after all she's done to Cass, or as and Cass, I guess, until I know the story with Eris, until I know.
That's so true.
I cannot accurately
He almost said it at the end.
Oh,
almost said it,
mad.
and I thought
Sarah's
that we were gonna know, and he didn't. He didn't say it.
No. But I thought that might be the only reason Moore might be scared to tell him. Because remember we talked about, why hasn't Moore told him? He's probably the one person who loves her and would keep her secret if she was really that concerned about it. I thought maybe she's genuinely terrified that, like, if she found someone else that he would, like, kill them or something. So that was my only thought of, like, you know, but at this point in Silver Flames is when she started to actually draw away a little bit. Cass mentioned she's kind of drawing away more. She's going to Valahan all the time. And I had another theory that maybe she's meeting up with someone there. Like, what if she found someone else? What if it's, whatever. Like, she found someone where she just wants to, it would make sense. But it's so sad because hundreds of years, it's so depressing. I'm genuinely, like, I see it, but I don't like it. So
okay, so that's like the most realistic.
I believe so. Okay. I think that seems the most likely just because
I agree.
Yeah. Just because they're like, it's been so long. And I feel like, why would Az be so hung up when it sounds like he loves her the same way the other guys love her? That would make so much sense because I'm like, why is, I feel like Az is not the type of person to, like, be hung up on somebody for that long. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he'd be like, okay, they don't like me, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, you would think. But I could see Az being the one that, like, clings more. I know, I can see both sides. After hundreds of years, you would think. And again, and for me, the thing that clicked it into place was more being scared to tell him. Because I think, what if she kind of feels it, but she's like, I just prefer females a little more than men, and I feel bad, but, which is still a jerk move on her part. I still do not like that, but... Okay, so what was the next one then? Like the next one. Sorry again. We're gonna start off with the bad ones, okay? I'm sorry, but Elaine, right? Yeah. Elaine is the next potential. You have to. I think Elaine. Honestly, at first I wanted them. I was like, I could see that. That seems cute. Yeah, that was my original too. Original thought. Right, that was my original thought. So originally I thought cute, right? All the bad boys, all the sisters. Cool. Elaine is the cute soft one. He's like the really intense, like dark one. Yeah. I loved it. So from the beginning, I was like, cool. The more I started reading, I was like, oh, well then Gwen came into the picture. But I was like, well, they didn't say much about Gwen. Mm-hmm. And then there was the bonus chapter. Did you read the bonus chapter? I did read the bonus chapter. That was well, first of all, what did you think? With the whole Az Elaine thing, so like they were about to kiss, and then he got her a gift. She got him a gift that he like cherished for a while, and so he was about to kiss her, and he could tell she was about to kiss him, and then he stopped, and she looked shocked, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I have to go," and that was pretty much it. I mean, I wonder what he was thinking, right? Mm-hmm. Like, was it like a, I don't want to ruin like our friendship type thing with Elaine? Mm. So he that's why he backed off. No, because Reese told him to. Reese is like, "Come here." Oh, that's right. So Reese like had him. And and then they talked, and then Az was like, this is the heartbreaking part, was like Az saying, well, how come you guys found your mates and I didn't? It was something like that. Right. And it was like, wouldn't it make sense if the three of us did? Yeah. However, he did mention, wouldn't it make sense? Yeah. But he didn't say out loud that he did have a mate. That's right. This is kind of all coming. So that's why I'm thinking, if he didn't say that Moore was his mate, then maybe that she isn't in that bonus chapter. But he didn't. If he didn't deny it. How come I haven't found mine? Is that what he said? I don't know if he said that exact words, but I know he said like, wouldn't it be nice if, or he said something like, why not the last sister be with the last brother? So he said something. I can't remember if he said, I don't have a mate. I think she left that open to interpretation. Do you think that he kind of just went to Elaine as like kind of maybe like assuming that? Yes, so that was my next thought was, so when I was all for it at first, and I was like, Reese, like don't like cock block him, like what are you doing? You're so mean. But then the more I thought about it, he So then he got her like that flower rose, right?
Yeah.
And then he didn't want to give it to her, so he gave it to Gwen instead, which I didn't like at first. I was like, you're regifting something? Rude. But in my head, I was like, well, at least he gave it to someone, right? And he did think of Gwen. So I was like, that was sweet, even though this gift was for Elaine. So I'm not for that part. I was like, rude. But yes, the more I thought about it, I was like, is this him just like wanting it to happen? Because he did say like the shadows were quieter with Elaine. Like he was like, he liked parts about her. But to me, I feel like it wasn't that much different than Nesta. Like he also liked Nesta. He got her a gift. So he is just a kind person. And I can see him like just being that way with his sisters and with maybe just women in general. I don't know. He just seems like
and maybe,
nice.
He loves Feyre and so wants to like protect her sisters.
And he could see like why someone would love her. And I think that's fair. Like you can see why someone is lovable but not really love them. But he's also heartbroken about more. So I wonder if all of this just kind of spurred him on to want to kiss her. To be like, oh, well, we've had these like occasional flirty glances. I don't see it as like deep love. But it could get there.
And maybe they're just kind of confused.
Yeah, like, both of them too. Because Elaine's like, well, first of all, Az is hot, hello. But then she's confused with this whole maid thing. So maybe she thinks like, I'm trapped, so I want to experiment a little bit before.
Kind of just got out of the relationship with Grayson and kind of confused about that. And you never know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that could be the way. However, Sarah might be writing it in a way of like, they're what everyone needs. And that's where I thought there might be like a Lucian Az Elaine love triangle. Because that would be a big blowout of like Az being like, I will find a way to break the bond for you and we could be together. And that would be a cool storyline in my head.
Really cool storyline.
However,
How would that work though? Like, okay, let's say they broke the mating bond somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Like, could Az and Elaine become mates?
I don't know. I don't know if they could like become mates with someone else or they just choose someone.
Yeah.
Because in my head, that would be interesting because then what if you found a mate later on?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, how does that work? And then all of a sudden you realize Gwen is your mate. Because there's no other option.
Duh, hello.
Yeah. You realize Gwen is your mate and you're like, actually kind of want to be with her now. Like, I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah, for real. I don't know. Because I saw another video that on screen that was like, when they say that mates are actually rare, but then literally everyone like,
has a mate.
Has one except for like one person.
What if Az doesn't have a mate?
Could be, right? But let's move on to the option we like, what we kind of hope, and where I think it'll go. Gwen. Let me start off from the beginning saying that they have the best ship name. Let's be real. Yes. Gwenreal is adorable.
They do.
What are the other ship names? They just...
Feast?
Feasand. My word. Faceand? I think that's what they say.
Faceand, I think, yeah.
Nessian is amazing.
Nessian.
Classic. Classic.
That goes together.
But think of like more in Az. How would you say that? Az again? No.
No. Mazriel?
Moriel? Ugh.
It's fine.
And then, what is Elaine?
Illusion?
Elriel? No, Elaine and Az. Azane. Nope. See, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Nope. I think, Sarah, you shouldn't put Elaine and Az together just for the sake of the name.
Just for the name.
Like, it's just, it can't work.
It's icky.
If there's not a ship name, it can't work.
Also, though, like, they're kind of like okay, they're kind of trauma bonded.
Oh, yeah. Let me go back to the page that I was going to reference. Yeah. But then also let me preface by saying, the part that I told you was when Gwen was like, I have pliant bones, right? And I told you, oh, I bet she's like bendy.
Flexible?
And I thought, that would be
interesting.
Interesting and certain. Yeah, because I hear Azriel likes to.
I don't know why it would be interesting pairing with Azriel, but it just would be interesting pairing.
It just would be. And like I said, Sarah has said that Az is the most
interesting.
I hear he's gonna have the best conversations ever, and he just needs someone to.
He is the best at deep conversations.
I bet he has literally the deepest conversations you've ever heard.
Because she's flexible, so she can.
Yes.
Have those deep conversations
too. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Any place. So.
And here's what I was gonna say. Because of that trauma bond, she clearly not had good conversations in her past. She's been through a lot. And I could
imagine how sweet he would be?
Oh, like don't get me started. I'm gonna cry. Don't get me started.
How much he would make her feel comfortable and safe.
He would always be like, I will protect you.
He knows what she went through the best.
Yeah, like no one else can understand it.
Yes. Oh, that's so cute. It has to be Gwen. It has to be Gwen.
It has to be. And I thought, because Gwen has had not good conversations, I bet she wants a conversation that's so good that it even like hurts a little. That
I can imagine.
Like, I need someone that can match me.
I can imagine her being very, not nervous about the conversation, but cautious about the conversation at first.
At first. But then the second she knows she's safe with that person to talk to.
Azriel makes her feel safe, makes her feel comfortable, makes her feel like she can explore this conversation.
Anything she wants.
She's got lots of like ideas.
Yes, because she's like, sometimes she might need to like be in control of the convo. Sometimes she would want someone else in the control of the convo. And I bet out of all the guys, he'd be like, you can do whatever you want and I will try it for you.
With no judgment?
No judgment at all.
No fear? Nothing.
None at all. He's probably done and seen all the conversations.
See, there's just no other
There is no other option.
There's just...
Like, if it is anyone else, I will be upset.
I will be upset. And I'm upset at myself for wanting him with Elaine at first.
Me too. I was like, how could I? How could I
have said that?
Silly thing. I was a child.
I was a child.
I knew not.
It's like when I first liked Tamlin. I was a child.
We were stupid.
We were young children.
I don't want to be that dumb ever again.
No.
Oh, my word. What I was going to go back to was page 406. So, this is just kind of me being a little delulu, playing in my head of like little potential things between Az and Gwen, because I'm now on the Gwen real train. I can't get through anyone else.
Me too.
Think about it. You have like the Nessian warrior couple. You have the Gwen real warrior couple. Yep. Hello. And then Emmy might be like, I don't care. I don't need no one. I'm fine.
I don't need no one.
Maybe she'll get with more. I don't know.
I hope not. But
I hope not. She deserves better. But like. And if she doesn't, she's like, cool, y'all enjoy, like, your cut. She's just, like, a badass. She's her own person. But, so, I just...
But also, like, it would be kind of a cliche if it was Elaine. Like, all three of the sisters are, like, with the...
Yeah. And the Reddit thread that I read, literally they said, would you actually want all the sisters together?
I know,
like, isn't that a little,
cliche,
like, wow, that's great. Like, it's almost boring.
It's boring.
And Sarah does not strike me as boring.
No,
not at all.
Not.
And you know who else doesn't strike me as boring? Az. Okay. I believe Gwen talks about it. Darn, I bet it's later on in the book. I'm gonna be so sad if it's later on and we don't talk about it. So she talked to Nesta a little bit about that day and kind of like what happened and how it is on here. Let me find it. So that was all that was mentioned in the first half of the book. Later in Silver Flames, she talks to Nesta a little bit about what happened. But I found get back to it on the wiki page for Az. Talked about the relationships in general. So he talked about just like different people he knows. And let me find it. So on the wiki for Az, Gwyneth Berdara. I'm just gonna read it straight from here. So credit to the website. Gwyneth and Azriel first met 2 years prior in Sangrava when Hybern attacked the temple. She was sexually assaulted by a Hybern general. She was about to be forced against her will once again as the soldiers, so like a bunch of them were gathered. Like it was about to be really bad. But Azriel arrived and slaughtered all of them. So sweet. He wrapped her in his cloak and was then taken by Moore to live with the priestesses in the library. So then Moore took her. Yep. They met a second time when Gwen started training with Nesta as they were trained by Cass and Az. So that was the second time she met him. But a part of me is also like, oh, so sweet. So we don't know like what happened when he found her. And a part of me just wants to... I just saw a fan art about this, and I'll try to find it so we can post it when this episode comes out. But it, like, melted me. It was her in a cloak and his wings, like, around her. And it was so sweet. And I was like, you know what? We don't know if there was a conversation between them. If maybe he had to do the whole, like, you're safe now. Like, I'm here to help. Was she scared of him? I want to see this scene played out.
I would love
and,
that.
like, she's going through a lot and she's scared. But then it's like... He saved her, and then he was like, you know, Moore's going to take you, blah, blah, blah. I just can't imagine how that must have been and how she must have thought of him. Like, did she know who he was when she went to the library? Like, it says the second time she met him, but I don't know. Is that really the only time she's seen him?
Well, yeah.
Did they never go to the library ever, right? Because you think about it, it said the second time they met. So I wonder if maybe they might have seen each other, like, in passing before. Or, like, she knew that he was, like, who he was and stuff like that. In the bonus chapter of A Court of Silver Flames, Azriel retreats to the training pit after his almost kiss with Elaine. So he almost kissed, he goes up to train. And then Rhys, so Rhys literally tells him to stay away from her. And that's the part of me that thinks, Az probably would if Reese said it, unless he genuinely was like, she's definitely my mate, but we know she's not because he's Lucian's mate. Azriel is surprised to see Gwyn training there. His shadows have not informed him of her presence. She wishes Azriel a happy solstice as he jokingly asks if she was kicking him out. She says she doesn't mind sharing the ring, but knows that he likes to be alone. Then I totally forgot that this happened. Oh my word.
Yeah, me too.
She then asks Az if he is called a shadow singer because he sings, because remember, she sings too. Yeah. He confirms with a chuckle, but then instructs her on how to handle the dagger until she corrects it. I was like, the thought of Az singing, oh my word, that makes him so precious to me. Like, so he's like the scariest, the quietest. Everyone's scared of him.
Bond over that too.
Can you imagine have like living little like singing kids around a fire when they like grow up? Oh my word.
Okay, it's no one else.
I can't. I don't accept anyone else.
Okay, end the theory snippet right now. It's no one else. It's Gwen. That's it.
Okay, I can end it now, but we got one last crazy one. We got the wild card still.
Okay, yeah.
Let me finish. Okay, so again, I just think it's so cute that he's just this. Like, everyone's scared of him out of all of them, even though he's, like, the most beautiful. But the fact that he sings, I think, is so cute.
That would be, like...
And I'm kind of sad that they never mentioned that ever. Like, it would have been cute to be, like, what if someone caught him, like, humming once or something? Like, that would have been kind of cute. Okay, move on. It says, the next day he was planning on returning the necklace, but then he gave it to Clotho, gave it to Gwen without letting her know. She said she said it'd be a lie, which slightly annoyed him, and he just kind of was, like, didn't want her knowing it was from him. So he asked Clotho to give it to her. And then, let's see, she agrees. She agrees to give the gift to Gwyneth without telling her that it's from a friend. Az thought that he wouldn't go as far as calling Gwen his friend, but thanks Clotho anyways. As he was ascending the stairs, he was picturing how Gwen's teal eyes would light upon seeing the necklace. He tucks away the thought, consciously erasing the slight smile that it brought to his face, burying the image deep down where it glowed quietly, describing it as a thing of secret, lovely beauty.
Cute.
So cute. Like... just the way it's set up is so beautiful that it would just break my heart if it's not.
I know.
And again,
it's gotta be.
There's just so much it could be. I think Az needs some. As much as I wanted the whole Az Elaine thing, because it's like she's soft and he's more, whatever, like intense. I feel like the other sisters. I feel like out of the three guys, even though Cassian seems like the softest, quote unquote, because he's like the happiest, I could see Az being the gentlest and like the saddest.
I can totally see him being like, the softest.
To where instead of like him being the dark one needing someone soft, I could see him almost needing someone strong or like equal to him because like that knows the dark and the light.
Like, yes, sorry, Gwen.
Like Gwen, because Gwen has like seen darkness. She knows that she has her own. But she's grown through it and she's strong in that way. And I feel like there's just something so cute about them being like warriors together. I just think that's adorable. And the fact that they will. I
feel like he needs a warrior.
You know what they would be? They would be the only Corinthian couple.
Would they? Yeah.
Because there's no women Corinthian soldiers.
Yeah.
That would be so cute. Imagine that's being like their title, like the Corinthian couple or something. So cute. Hashtag Corinthian couple. That's it. That's what I'm going for. It would just be so cute. Yeah, that's it. It can't be anyone else.
Nope, it's not.
We're ready, Sarah, for you to write the Gwen Rio story.
Yes, please.
We are here for it. Please, the sooner the better.
Okay, what's the wild?
You want to hear the wild card?
I want to hear the wild card.
Okay, this can load. I'll tell you. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's nothing's written for it, but I've heard it said. I think it's more fan fiction-y than anything. Okay, so this one's more for funsies. It's the wild card. So, first thought.
I'm scared.
Az and Eris.
No!
I should have recorded your reaction. That was so funny.
No.
Okay.
No.
I know you said no. But this Reddit thread is probably my favorite. Okay, I don't know how to credit people Reddit. So it's r/ACOTAR is the thread by, I'm just going to spell out his, whatever, CADN scoundrel, whatever. So it's a spoiler. Is it Azriel mate is Eris. So the first comment by someone called Time Vian, he says, LOL, this has been my ship for a while.
No!
Listen to this. He says, kinky Az with his knife play and sadism matches up to a possibly abused Eris who received beatings his whole life and might actually enjoy kinky abuse. LOL. I like it. And then it said, I know, that's what I was thinking. But he goes, also don't forget, Eris always seems to know where Az's shadows are. I don't remember that, but... someone said, I haven't noticed this. Or the guy who posted it, I haven't noticed this. I'm glad someone else saw this happening while they were reading. Hooray for our daddy issues bros learning to love each other. But then wouldn't it be funny if Cass and Eris were brothers and then Az was like...
Oh, I think Cass would never forgive Az.
That would be so weird. I think he wouldn't forgive Eris.
I don't know. I feel like Az has so much hatred against Eris.
Yeah. Oh, he has too much. But that's why it would be like only if you found out Eris' true story. But yeah, again, Az definitely doesn't like guys. Nothing's led them to think that. Yeah. But
well, maybe he does.
But someone else. So this
maybe that's why he hasn't had like a relationship really. Because I mean, he likes guys and.
No, but they always talked about like all the bad boys being with women, like.
Yeah.
Apparently in the same room sometimes, which I always ignored that fact. I'm like, all right. So this is a little sub theory. This person just posted this, so I'm not saying it's true. I haven't looked into it. But someone said if you believe the theory that Gwyn is Eris's granddaughter. I don't know how that works.
How does that work?
Or Eris's father? Because wasn't he the one who like slept around, right? Who was the so if he slept around and her grandma was like part nymph, maybe like a water or whatever, then maybe that was what if like a bunch of these people are actually like related, like Gwyn is sisters with Az, and then
Cassian too.
or let's start with Cassian. Cassian and Gwyn are actually siblings. That would be so funny.
That would be fun.
That would make sense because the only thing they share is the red hair. So this one makes more sense. I think it's a little cliche for like every red hair person to be related, but if like her mother or whatever grandmother, whoever it was a nymph, that might make sense. Because if he literally slept around with like who knows who, then whatever. But then she had a twin sister. It makes it a little sad.
That's true. I forgot about the twin sister.
And if you think about it, I know. If you think about it, were they twins, right? Or were they just twins. Okay? If you think about it, there's no like twin relation in the whatever Eris's family. There's just brothers. But it's all like one gender. So I thought, well, if her mom had two sisters, or
that could be.
I don't know. But
okay, well, I don't like any of your theories besides Gwyn. That's the.
Thank you. Me neither. I think Gwyn is Endgame.
I can see the Moore theory.
Yes.
I don't like it.
However, you could still see, even if the Moore theory pans out, it could still be Az and Gwyn. Because think of it this way: what if like Gwyn is the healing part to him? Of like he could never see himself with anyone. But Gwyn, like, she's a fighter. So she's like, I will actually fight for him. Yeah. Because think about it. Do you think anyone's ever fought for Az? Like, Az is always the fighter. He's always the one standing up, protecting people. I think that would be such a, like, soft boy thing for him to experience. Someone to fight for him, which is so sweet. So
cute. I hope that pans out.
I know. Because they would be the perfect couple. She's also, like, she's soft. And again, it's like, she's good at everything. So I could see them having that competitive streak, too, of, like, let's fight each other, but then he'd never hurt her.
Her a better person, she'd make him a better person.
So cute, and they're gonna go through their darkness together. And again, I need to know about these freaking shadows.
It would be very similar to Cassian and Nesta.
It would be, but I think it would still be unique in the sake of I think the other couples are like perfect opposites. I think like Reese was dark and Farrah was kind of lighter, and so they matched in like the opposites. Nesta was the dark one.
Gwen are pretty like similar.
They are, and I think that would be like really beautiful because I feel like they have extremes of both lightness and darkness.
They can like understand each other from like a deeper level.
Az also has a lot of like darkness or lightness and softness to him, but obviously we know his dark side. Yeah. And if you think about it, Gwen would be the one to understand it because she's seen like the worst of people. Yeah. So she could be like, I understand why your job is what it is. But then they like find comfort singing together to each other or something.
He could go to like watch her sing at that like.
Oh my word! Like, oh my word! Stop! What if he goes and sees her and oh my word! Stop it right now.
And then falls in love and he's like, "You're my mate."
Exactly. In the middle of a song. Oh my word!
That would actually be so cute if it like clicks in the middle of a song like that.
I told you if Sarah doesn't write it, I will. It's okay.
Please do.
Because her singing like enchanted Nesta in a way. Remember? So what if that's when he falls in love? He's just like, whoa.
Wait, that'd be so cute.
That'd be adorable.
That's my only right ending.
I know. And again, I want to learn about his shadows and how like Gwen is affected by them with them. It could play a kinky role. I'm just saying.
It could.
That'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, very interesting. Lots of conversations.
I would love to see where those conversations go. They would probably be honestly the best out of all of it. I mean, it's hard to follow Silver Flames. It's hard to follow. I can't wait to see.
See, part of me just wants to like get through them because I feel like I need to read them all.
I know, I do too.
But
could I have cliff noted the first two? Yes.
Yay for
This has been Theory Snippets.
Till next time.